Okay, so let's get started. And let's start with the counting collections. So we're gonna take one of our collections. In this case, I have some little toys, and we're gonna put a pile of them out, and we're gonna say, let's count them. So depending on the age of the kids, let's start maybe with some littler ones. We're gonna start with a smaller number, and we're going to actually count them as we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and all the way up to however many we have. What's really nice actually is to circle them. If you have small enough things that you can circle, this really helps kids. It's also a representation of the number. So if we take those away, now we can count the circles as well. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And this is actually something that happens in school too, because when they are representing something, they're either making a small dot or a circle to represent an item. That kind of will work along with what happens in school. So we're doing that to count. With really young kids, you might use something called a 10 frame. So this is a 10, and if we have a bigger number, we can put it out, and this is kind of gonna help them with the representation of 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we know this is 10. You may have several 10 frames, and then you'll have 10, 20, 30 maybe, and then another one that has maybe 4. So that's 34. So that kind of helps them with the representation, and it helps them also with counting when you get into like counting by 2s or counting by 5s or counting by 10s, right? So we have 2, 4, 6. We have 5, 10, 15, 20. And 10, 20, 30, 40. So these 10 frames that you just draw up yourself are great. You know, you can count collections. You might take different collections. So I might have erasers, and the student has little toys, and then we can count and see. I can count mine, you can count yours, and we can see which one has more. Or we can sort by color, right? So we have more greens than blues. So think about that. And we can also use these for taking away too, right? Subtraction, addition. If you start with 10 and you add 2, then how many is that? So think about that in terms of like using it for sets. Okay, I want to play a game. Let's move on to dice right now. And one of the games we like to play is called Knock 'em Down. So I have, if you can see this, 2 number lines, and they both go up to 12. And my student has one and I have one, and we each have a set, 2 die. And my student rolls, and they get a 9. So that means we need something for a marker. That means that they can cover up their 9, or they can cover up anything that adds up to 9. They could cover up 6 and 3, which they might do to start with. They might cover up 4 and 5 because that adds up to 9. So we're gonna keep, then it's my turn to roll. I have a 6 and a 5, that's an 11. I'm gonna choose to cover up my 11, right? Then it's their turn to roll. They have an 8. So this time they're gonna put theirs on an 8. We're gonna keep rolling. I've got a 1 and a 2, that's a 3. We're gonna keep rolling over and over until we can't make a move or our board is full. If we have to pass, we can roll again. And we see who can fill up their board first. So it can take a while, but it's really good way to think of different numbers adding up to a certain sum. Okay,